Hello friends, let's look at the super keyword in Java. The super keyword refers to the superclass object. The super keyword is used to access the variables, methods and constructors of the superclass. The super keyword is commonly used when the name of the variables or the name of the methods in both superclass and subclass are same, and this is very rare situation because we do not have the variables and methods with same name in both the superclass and subclass. We'll look at this super keyword practically through the example. Here we have a superclass and a subclass. Subclass extends superclass. We have a name variable in superclass and a display method, and similarly in subclass we have a name variable and a display name method. And for the name variable in both the classes we have getter and setter methods. Also we have defined a default constructor in both the classes. The display name prints the name in both the classes. And in subclass we have refer superclass members, where we refer to the superclass variable using super.name. If you look at this superclass, we have a name with default access specifier. So this name would be available in the subclass, but since we have the same name variable with string type in a subclass, this name in the subclass would hide the name of the superclass. So the name variable of a superclass will not be accessible in the subclass, since this name of subclass hides the name of the superclass. And the similar thing happens with the display name method of a superclass. Here in this refer superclass members, we are trying to refer to the name of a superclass using super.name. And now let's start looking at the main method. Here we are creating the object of a superclass and calling its setName and displayName method. This setName sets the name variable of a superclass to super, and displayName will display the name of a superclass variable name. Now using a subclass object, we are setting the name variable of a subclass to sub and calling its display name method to display the name of a subclass. And in sub.refer superclass members, here we are trying to refer to the superclass name and display name methods using super.name and super.displayName. So name of a superclass is set to Rahul and its display name method is called which would display superclass method name as Rahul. This is through the subclass method, which refers to the superclass display name and name variable. Now let's execute and look at the output. In first case, using superclass object, here superclass method display name is called, which displays the name as super. And in second case, using subclass object, subclass method display name is called, which displays the name as sub, which is set for the name variable of a subclass. And in last method call, that is refer superclass members, here we are trying to get and set the name of a, that is name variable of a superclass. In this case, the name variable of a superclass is set to Rahul and its display name is called. And one more thing you need to remember is, when a constructor is called, that is a subclass constructor is called, here by default the superclass constructor would be called. So this super method call is a default call to a superclass constructor. So if I comment out it and run the program, still the superclass constructor would be called. Superclass constructor called, subclass constructor called, and subclass method display name is called. So this super would be called by default in the subclass. That's all related to the super keyword in Java. Thank you.